We can do better than positive masculinity. Perhaps it's a predictable irony that in an election cycle that could realistically deliver the post female president, so much of the commentary has been about the man, or rather, not about man exactly, but about the masculinity, because somehow in 2024 we still find ourselves unable to talk about men and boys without using masculinity as the basic frame of reference. The electorate is faced with a choice. The story goes between two models for masculinity, toxic versus positive. In response to the vein popping, furious, Fallon model of the right, the left is offering us a more morally upstanding and expensive positive masculinity. Positive masculinity has been around for a while, most likely coined in early 2000s by psychologists as a way of working with male patients in therapy. The term has now become the go-to framework for the wider progressive discussion about boys and men. It has also inspired a spate of programs and initiatives aimed at enticing boys to embrace the more feminine coded virtues such as emotional vulnerability and nurturing. Masculinity has had an unfairly bad rap. Its proponents argue becoming permanently shackled to the word toxic. Positive masculinity is an attempt to rebrand and reinstate it for the next generation, open with the claim that unlike the insecure posturing of the shuttered ripping strong man, this is in fact real manhood. The model is not a radical departure. Positive masculinity still draws on all the old trappings and anxieties of traditional manliness, the same belief that there is such a thing as a real man, and the same fears of falling short as is the political standard bearer, the Democratic vice presidential nominee, Tim Walz, is still required to constantly prove his masculine credential. It is only by presenting as a man's and man and a veteran who wrote his speech with sports metaphors and gun references that he earned the social leeway for his more feminist sensibilities. After all, only a real man is secure enough to fight for tampons in the grade school bathrooms. After the cartoons, surveillance, surveil, after the cartoon super villainy of Donald Trump and the swarmy misogyny of J.D. Vance, the positive masculinity of Waltz and his ilk is a joyful relief, and these programs are often doing good work. But when it comes to truly shifting cultural norms for the next generation of boys and allowing them to embrace their full humanity without the shame, we might do better to ditch the masculinity rhetoric altogether, because rather than challenging the old stereotypes and patterns, the whole positive masculinity framework actually seems to be reinforcing them. While keeping men strong, we want to remove the aspect of strength that get us in trouble. One of them said, not quite able to get on board with any conception of manhood that did not basically come down to strength.